Morgan, makers of the iconic handcrafted sports car, are currently Manufacturers of the Year in their Chamber of Commerce region. And it's the insights that can be gained from this type of best practice in global manufacturing which is being drawn on by both researchers and practitioners as they work together with the objective of helping to inform business and policymakers to fuel the resurgence of manufacturing.
The first thing that needs to be done is for people to find out about what the opportunities are, what are the important factors that make for successful companies.
The Makers Project, led by Birmingham Business School's Global Value Chains Research Cluster, draws academic and practitioner partners together in research which impacts directly on policymakers and manufacturers, even more vital in a post-Brexit era.
The way that industries link across different parts of the world through value chains, buying and selling products and services, locks us into a dependency with Europe and other parts of the world. And regardless of those politics, we've got to make sure that we understand how that interdependence affects jobs, communities, places, growth. And that's what's wonderful about the work of the Global Value Chain Cluster that Lisa de Propris directs here at Birmingham Business School. It does robust research into trying to understand the connectivity between value chains, between places. And it tries to understand the implications of something like Brexit on jobs, local communities, and the competitiveness of our companies. It's superbly engaged research. It's not just academics trying to understand issues for their own purpose. It's research done in collaboration with businesses and policymakers to try and give them some insights into the challenging questions that they have out of things like Brexit.
This workshop on new models for manufacturing has really brought together a number of partners from Europe and beyond to talk about manufacturing and how important manufacturing is. And probably now that there's so many uncertainties in the British but also European economy, this topic becomes increasingly important.
It's critical. The view that we get from the team in the university world links up with the team in the practitioner world to really understand what the future trends are, what the current issues are, and how we can attack them aggressively. For us, it's really important because we're manufacturers, and we want to make sure that we have a strong base of manufacturing in Europe, in the US, and in Asia.
Manufacturing trends, including reshoring, technological innovation, and the upgrading of local production systems, are amongst the factors driving the fourth industrial revolution. The robust and highly business-engaged research from the Makers Project uses the Manufacturing 4 model and recognises the importance of agility, flexibility, and adaptability in manufacturing.
These trends help to find a mode, an intelligent mode of manufacturing, and also new technology opportunities. In Germany we call it Industry 4.0, with all the digitization and the connectivity help to bring this customization back to the manufacturing plant.
The importance of creativity, the importance of connectivity. So it's some of the criteria that we should be looking for. Do they exist in British manufacturing? The key question is whether they can create employment in the future. I think that for a larger number of people, that I think is the key, one of the key challenges that this project is going to have to think about.
One of the key messages from today is that manufacturing is really important for the economy in lots of ways. And given this additional uncertainty in the economy, we need to rethink what the industrial policy should be to support our manufacturing base.
The Makers Project, involving 19 organisations, now rolls out in an era where companies on the threshold of a manufacturing renaissance face fresh challenges from change imposed by Brexit and inevitable increased uncertainty.
Because technology has opened markets up so much directly through e-retailing, through globalized supply chains, there are opportunities there that won't go away because of Brexit. And then there are challenges that will really come from policy about negotiating whether or not those supply chains stay robust and whether those supply chains are the best supply chains to maintain.
If you don't have robust evidence-based research on the trends of our time, the factors that underpin interdependence between places, the way that companies react to these sorts of changes. If you don't understand these through robust evidence-based research, you're not in a position to adapt. You're not in a position to understand fully the implications of sudden changes. And you're not in a position, I think, to advise policymakers, to give intelligent reactions to these sorts of changes, or to advise managers and business people on how strategically they can cope with that level of turbulence in the political sphere.